Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal match preview time. It's Arsenal against Chelsea, London Derby, the last game before a 2-week international break. I actually don't mind that break, just before the Real Madrid game and all that. I think we need another break, another 2-week break just to relax. But it's not yet, we're not in that position where you're like absolutely nervous yet. But, if we lose this game, though, we're in that position and we do not want to get ourselves into that position. So what are we looking at right now? So at the moment, I'm watching Man City against Brighton and Ipswich against Nottingham. Nottingham are leading Ipswich 3-0. So that means they're 1 point behind us right now. Man City are currently drawing 2-2. If they win the game, they'll be 5 points behind us. If they end up drawing this game, they'll be 7 points behind us. And if they somehow lose this game at home against Brighton, they'll be 8 points behind us. So ideally, if they lose, that would be great for us. Win tomorrow, we're 11 points ahead of them, and then we can stop worrying about that. But at the moment, if they score and win, they'll only be 5 points behind us. And Nottingham 1 point behind us. And the team that we are playing, Chelsea, they are fourth right now. They are fourth. If they beat us, they'll only be 3 points behind us. So that will be very, very shaky. That will be very nervy, being 1 point ahead of Forest, 3 ahead of Chelsea, and only 5 ahead of Man City. And considering after the international break, our next 2 games, Fulham at home, Everton away. Yeah, those games that we usually struggle to score goals. Everton, Fulham, the West Hams, we usually somehow struggle to score against West Ham at home. And then, problems against Everton the last couple of seasons, and same with Fulham. Fulham have taken a lot of points from us the last couple of seasons. So it's a very, very crucial weekend, very important weekend. Premier League wise, this season consistency has lacked badly. The last 2 seasons have been wonderful. Even the 21-22 season, the one where we are competing for the top 4 against Tottenham, we were able to go on a couple of runs that season. This season, we've really struggled, like even to win 3 games in a row. It's been a problem. Last season, we were able to win like 7, 8. The previous season, 5 multiple times in a row. This season it's been a problem. It's been a real problem to even get 2 wins in a row. We win and then we draw and then we win. We think we're starting something and then we draw again and then we win and then we lose and then we draw again and then we drop 3 games in a row. It's just not been good. So that hasn't gone our way. But there's a few things that are on our side for this particular game. So in terms of London derbies, we have a good record over the last few years. We have a good record against Chelsea, good record against Palace, against Tottenham, against most of the London clubs, maybe apart from Fulham, but most of the others. We had a long unbeaten run in terms of London derbies. Like a year back or 2 years back, but even now we rarely lose to the London clubs. So in terms of that, it's going well for us. We also have a good record against Chelsea. There's a time we never used to have a good record against Chelsea. I remember very well. If you go back 2009, 10, 11, 12 there, it was horrible seeing Drogba scoring 2 goals against us every game. They would beat us comfortably 3-0 at home and then 2-0 at their place. Like they used to have the edge on us every single game. Now, over the last 4 or 5 years, it's been great. Actually, at Stamford Bridge, they haven't beaten us since 2018. And overall, in terms of even the Emirates Stadium, the last time they beat us was 2021. And overall, we have a very good record against them. The last 6 games, we have 4 wins and 2 draws against them. One of the draws came earlier this season when I think we should have won. He took the lead 1-0 and they scored late on. And then last season as well, we had another draw against them. And if you stretch that to the last 10 games, we have 6 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 loss against them. So that's a very good record against a Chelsea club that used to have the edge on us a lot of times. So that's another thing that is going for us. And on top of that, Chelsea have not won an away game in the last 6 games. So I've not actually looked at the games, but that's the start I have. I'm sure they lost to Man City away. They lost to Brighton away recently. I remember that. I think they drew with Everton. Maybe Ipswich, I think, is part of the last 6 games. I think they lost that one as well. The last 2, I don't think I remember the last 2 games. The last, maybe Crystal Palace, I think they drew or lost that one. I don't remember. And then there's one more that I've forgotten that they haven't won the last 6 away games. So that is another thing that is going on our side. So no consistency in the league, but we usually win this game. We have a good record in London derbies, and Chelsea have not been great away from home recently. So it's a big game. It's a game that could help us focus more on the Real Madrid game after the international break. If we lose this game after the international break, the nerves will be too much. Now the games against Fulham and Everton will be extremely important, and we'll have Real Madrid coming up. No, we want to go into that Real Madrid game knowing that, okay, we are like 6 points ahead of Forest, and fourth is like 8, 9 points behind us. That is okay. We are a little bit comfortable, but we have to do our own job. We have to do our own job. We have to win games, and we also have good records against the big six teams. I think it's like 16, 17, 18 games without losing to any of the big six teams. So hopefully we keep that record going this week. Now, last week it drew Man United. They should have won, let's be honest, and that came after drawing again with Nottingham Forest. So I think we haven't won in 3 Premier League games. We can't go 4 without winning. That is not allowed. Now, Chelsea probably will approach the game differently from what Man United and Nottingham did. They need to get points. They need to fight for top 4. At the moment, they are currently 4th, but if Man City score, they'll go to 5th. And Chelsea's fixtures are not easy. They think they have Tottenham coming up. They'll have maybe Liverpool at home coming up, all those games. They don't have easy fixtures remaining, so they have to fight for top 4 and they have to try and win this one. But we can't allow it. Last season, we beat them 5-0 in this game. It was very comfortable. We were having at the time of our lives. We had just scored 6 against Sheffield, another 5 against Burnley, another 6 against West Ham. We had scored, I think, 4 against Newcastle. We were just absolutely enjoying ourselves. Havertz was firing. Saka was firing. Trossard was firing at that time. Odegaard was firing. But this time, though, there's no Havertz to score against his former club. And, we don't have Havertz to troll them and all that. I absolutely enjoyed that last season. And obviously, Sterling can't even play this game as well. And Saka is not there as well. So those players that scored those goals last season are not really there. Ben White scored in that game as well twice. I don't think he's going to start this one. So basically, the guys who won for us 5-0 last season are pretty much not there. So we have to do the job our own way. And will we score 5 goals the score they have right now? Probably not, but we should be able to get the win at home against them. I'm happy that Martinelli is back now, at least. If Martinelli is not there and Sterling also can't play this game, then I don't know what kind of score you'd have gone for. The bench would have been horrible. So I hope we win. I have a squad for this game. I have a lineup for this game that hopefully will get us through the line, and then we can enjoy the international break for 2 weeks. Because again, international break coming up, you don't want to lose to Chelsea, and you have 2 weeks to think about it. And this is basically a game in hand, the one that Liverpool have on us. If we win, there'll be 12 points ahead of us, not 50. Doesn't make a huge difference, but yeah, this is our game in hand on Liverpool. So must win. Either way you look at it, must win. To use that game in hand to increase the gap between us and the teams following us, we have to do that. We don't get ourselves into a top 4 battle. So lineup. Which kind of lineup will I go for in this one? So this is what I have. So back 4, easy. Ryan goal, very, very easy. For me, he's been the best goalkeeper in the league this season. And then centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba, very easy. Saliba was rested. We rarely get a chance to rest our players, but Saliba and Timber rested recently. Timber came on. Gabriel next to Saliba, and then Lewis Kelly at left back. I think he'd do better job than Calafia in terms of man marking those guys, those quick wingers in Neto and those other guys. And Calafia has been way much better attacking wise. So considering you don't have any attackers to come off the bench in this, and Calafia is the guy maybe to bring off the bench in an attacking capacity, not defensive wise. So that is the difference. Midfield easy as well. Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. Rice has been absolutely incredible recently. Odegaard, we still need more for sure. And Partey as well, we need him to, we're going to be up against Caicedo and Enzo and Palmer in that position. So Partey's probably the one who's going to be up against Palmer in that position. So we need a big game from Thomas Partey. So midfield, it's easy there. Jorginho started the other day. Don't think he'll start ahead of Partey. And Merino is basically more of a forward player for the rest of the season. And then up front. So up front, which players do we have to choose up front? So we have Nwaneri, we have Martinelli, we have Trossard, we have Merino. That is it, unless you want to play Tine at left wing and maybe Calafia at left wing. So for me, I have gone with this one. I've gone for Martinelli, Trossard, and Nwaneri. I don't think we've been able to try this one really. I remember when Trossard was a new player at Arsenal and Jesus has just picked up that injury at the World Cup, the ACL injury, the first one. we had, I think we used Martinelli, Trossard, and Saka as the front three, and we were scoring a lot of goals then as well. So this time, let's try that one again. Let's try Trossard up front, Martinelli on the left, and put back Martinelli on the left side for this one. He has been playing on the right recently. And then Nwaneri on the right side, and let's see how it works out. Because again, we don't have too many other options. And the only other option is to play Merino up front, and then you bench Trossard or you bench Martinelli. Or you play Martinelli in the right, Trossard on the left, and then you bench Nwaneri. I don't think people would want that. So for me, that's the lineup I'm going for. With that one, bench options, you'd have maybe Merino to come on for Trossard or Martinelli up front. And then you can, depending on how the game is going, Calafiori or Tini can come on for, or the other wingers, defensive capacity, whatever, just attacking wise. Don't have too many other options. And then yeah, the rest of the bench, man, the rest of the bench is literally just defenders. Tierney, Calafiori, Kivio, Zinchenko played really well the other day, so I actually wouldn't mind him playing this game, but I don't know which position he would play. He would play the Odegaard one, but Odegaard is definitely starting for me, and you'd say Zinchenko can play the Rice one, but Rice is definitely starting for me, so the only other way you can fit Zinchenko is to remove Partey from the team, and for me, I just want Partey, Rice, and Odegaard in this game. Zinchenko can come on later on, and there's more defenders on the bench. There's Ben White on the bench. There's like 7 defenders on the bench, and literally a midfielder. Jorginho and Merino. That is it. We don't have any forward players on the bench. So let's hope. People might argue we need something on the bench, so maybe leave Martinelli and Trossard on the bench just for some second half impact. But no, last season we scored quick against Chelsea. The previous season we scored quick against Chelsea. Let's do the same this time round. Let's go the quick goals. Not go into the second half, still 0-0 or Chelsea leading or something like that. So that is my lineup, and then those would be my subs that bring on Calafiori, Zinchenko, Merino, depending on how the game goes. Now, prediction. What is my prediction for this game? Now, I think we will get a couple of goals, but I think they'll score as well. I mean, it depends. Our defense is strong, but I think they will score with the pace and all that. Maybe we might get a set piece in this game as well. It's been long since we scored from a corner. So I'm thinking. So Chelsea will score 1. I'm going to give Chelsea 1. I don't know if you can get 3. So I'm just going to go for Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. That is my prediction. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. I think we'll get the win, a very, very much needed win just before the international break. So Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. That is my prediction. I'd love a clean sheet. I'd love us to get a third goal, but 2-1 for now. We don't have a bench really, unless someone like Calafiori comes on and gets a third. Let's hope. So for now, I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1, and I'm going to go for Nwaneri to score and Trossard to score. Let's hope that is the case. Odegaard scored a couple of goals against Chelsea 2 seasons ago. Can he finally score against them again? Let's hope so. 2-1 prediction. Let me know your prediction. Let me know your starting lineup. Would you start Calafiori, Lewis Kelly? Would you start Zinchenko in midfield? Would you go with that front three, or would you start Merino? Let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.